Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're doing a bonus reading for you. We're looking at your love life, we're looking at what's happening there, and we're gonna kind of take it from there. So I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and comment. Also, check out the rest of your chart. Check out the rest of your chart. I thank you for being here. I also want to let you know I am offering private readings for this Saturday. If you're interested in getting a private reading from me, all you gotta do is book on my Calendly. So let's see, angels, ancestors, and guides. What messages do you have for Aries? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aries, North Node. All right. So we have the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. Queen of Wands reversed. We have the World reversed here. Sorry. Yeah, I guess they're all reversed. We have the World reversed, then we have the Magician reversed, and we have the Knight of Cups reversed. A lot of blocks, right? Okay. Let's do one more card. I did a private reading for someone, and they're going through a very difficult period in their life, and it kind of feels a little bit like that. Like, maybe you're in a difficult period, or maybe you're feeling like life's really blocked. I know it's, like, really annoying, and it's like really difficult sometimes for us to understand, but you know, we choose these blocks, or we choose to move through them, and it's like, I don't mean to laugh, but we often choose to move through them all at once. You know how sometimes like things happen in threes, or things happen, I don't know, it's like things pile on. Are like, I know it's such a crazy thing, but like most of us, or at least I know I do, but we choose to go through it all at once, right? And then have smooth sailing, right, the rest of the year, right? So I feel some of you are experiencing one of those periods where it's like crap's hitting the fan, blocks everywhere you look. You know, it's such a crazy thing because right now, like me, my mom, my sisters, we all live together right now, and like there's all this plumbing issues, right? It keeps flooding in the basement, right? And this is us working through some karma, right? And it's like, it literally, it's all in the same month or something, right? Or it's all in the same like season, and it feels like a lot of you are going through something like that, where everything seems to be going wrong. Sorry, nothing seems to be going right. Sorry, I don't know. Ooh. Yeah. And you may be thinking like, what's going on here? Yeah, you want this, right? But you don't want to, like, how do I phrase this to you, everyone? You kind of want what's happening, even if you don't think you've done it. You've chosen it in some way, and the entire point of this is, like, I don't know, to work through some stuff. So I feel like a lot of you right now, when it comes to your love life, you're working through some blocks, right? You're working through some issues, working through some stuff, right? I don't know if this could just be your life in general. So let's see, angels, ask guys, what messages do you have, please, for Aries? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What messages do you have for Aries? We have the Page of Cups with the Six of Wands upright. Interesting. So this sometimes leads us to look for love to fix things. That's what I was getting, love. I was feeling something. Like, I feel like your life, like, oh, it sucks, right? Work's probably not great either, and it's like you have all this, I don't want to say void, but you want to fill that void with something. And a lot of yous, or at least a lot of times, we tend to fill it with love, or we tend to want to fill it with people, places, and things that may not be for our highest good. Maybe making the ego feel good. I have like news for you, everyone. This isn't bad, what you're listening to happen in your life, but our egos don't think so, right? Our egos think it's terrible, and it convinces us of all these crazy things, right? But this, we wanted this, right? It's like, there's purpose behind this. There's meaning behind this. There's growth, which actually is a big one behind this, right? They say evolution, also deeper understandings of compassion or stuff like that, right? I want to say, for me, it's like, at least this period, I understand homeless people more better, right? I have more compassion for them. I hope that makes sense to everyone. But it's like, the stuff that we go through helps us have more compassion, period, right? So our souls love this stuff, right? In fact, we're strong enough to handle it. But our ego, is another story. And I feel a lot of you, your ego is pushing you to maybe venture out towards love. And it's easy to swap one thing for the other, or to want to, like, maybe offset some of this negativity with positivity, right? And my message to you is to be wary a little bit of that, right? You always want to come towards love, especially like love being one of the most difficult things in life, I feel, to get, right? You want to look at it like more optimistically. Okay, so we have the Devil. The Devil card coming through. Interesting. We have the King of Wands. Interesting. Sometimes it leads us to attract in toxic connections, and I feel like that's probably what's happening, right? You know, like life hit the fan. Okay, you decided it. Normally you're okay, but I feel like some ego, right, or maybe some like part of you that feels like a void is pushing you towards maybe more toxic, low vibrational connections, and you want to push against that. Or, well, yeah, I think actually we'll see what the guidance is, but this comes through. I'm sorry. Oh, I meant to grab that. I just bought a new deck. Anyway, actually it's an old deck, but I bought it again. Anyway, with this, so we have the Devil here, the Five of Wands, the Star, and it came with the Seven of Pentacles with the Fool reversed, and the last one we have is going to be the Two of Wands upright. Be careful with your choices, right? Because a lot of you are trying to make choices that lead to happiness, and it's interesting because I'm just throwing this out at you. Whenever we choose bigger things for ourselves, we get hit with a ton of blocks. It's real crazy, by the way, but when we do that, we're expecting a big payout, right? You're expecting something we never had before. For me, going through my twin flame connection allowed me to awaken, right, and become conscious, and it's real beautiful. But I was careful about my choices, and I was careful about what I was choosing for myself, and even the people that I was choosing for myself. And I feel for a lot of yous, you may choose things that may be unhealthy for you in the long run, because for this, like, I don't know, period of your life, right, things are really crappy. It's not always meant to be this way. In fact, you're meant to experience this, and I feel like you're meant to experience it in a lump sum, which is normal, by the way. This is how I do it, right? But just be careful. Make sure you always tell yourself it's going to end, right? Everything happens for a reason. I'm pushing through this for to learn something, right? These are all very high modality. I don't want to say tactics, but like affirmations, okay? And have a more understanding. I remember when I first started going through these things. With the Star here, Seven of Pentacles, and the Fool. So I want you to know, Aries, that this tough period is coming to a close, right? And you don't want to make a ton of choices that you regret later on, all right? So my message to you is to be careful, be wary, right? Purge these things that don't serve you so that they don't stay with you too long. Learn the lesson that they were teaching you as well, if a lesson is due. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Fool here, don't just immediately jump into the next thing, right? Take your time to jump towards the next thing. Take your time to figure out what the next thing is going to be, right? And look out for your signs. I was actually talking to Synchronicity earlier, a being of light, and it was so crazy. They call me Synchronicity. I'm like, all right. And I just want you to know, I see that's just his name, but I just want you to know that like a lot of you are going to get signs and synchronicities that lead you down a better path for yourself. And I just want you to know, like, you know, these bad things are leading you up to a good thing, even if you don't know yet, right? In fact, some of these bad things, you know, we're paying off karma as well, or we're balancing out the scales is actually how they love phrasing it, right? So I just want you to know, what you're going through it's purposeful, and it's expansive, and it's an amazing thing, right? But when we let our ego kind of run the show, it leads us to make choices towards toxic people, right, that we don't necessarily need in our orbit of energy, right? So you're guided right now, Aries, to be wary about who you let in, okay? So let's see, angels, answer guys, what messages do you have for Aries? Aries, someone rising in Venus. What other message do you have for Aries? Actually, we have Nine of Swords, okay. Again, this is that stress. We have the Six of Cups. The Two of Pentacles, okay. And then we have the Four of Wands, okay. My message to you is to remind yourself that you've overcome these things before, right? So many situations in your past, or even your past lives with the Six of Cups, should remind you that you are tougher than what's in front of you right now. I know that life is kind of crappy. I know that you're not really feeling your best, right? But this is helping you in the long run. With these two twos, find balance between your feminine energies as well. And the Four of Wands, it's leading you towards I want to say like a really big long-standing goal you have for yourself. Maybe some of you want to get married and have kids and you want to meet the one, right? Others of you with this Eight of Swords, it's helping you get out of your mind. I feel for a lot of you is you're having more spiritual awareness and you're growing spiritually. Like if you, I don't know if you've ever get new gifts, right? Like I have this new gift all of a sudden and it's like, how do I do with that? Something, you know, I feel like my mom, she's reading energy right now, right? So some of you, you're having spiritual, you're having you're expanding more spiritually, and it's like you had to move to these blocks so that you can, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like there's a cost to it. No, I don't want to phrase it like that. How would the guides phrase it? It's like, look at this. That's crazy, right? Serendipity. I don't know. You just have to work through that. So anyway, so serendipity for your messages for Aries. We also have Y. Interesting. Serendipity with Y. You know, you may not be able to see why you're going through all this, right? Yet. But you're going to. And it's just because it's not like immediately clear, just because you don't have that much awareness towards these things, it doesn't mean that there isn't one, and it doesn't mean that like nothing good's gonna come from this, right? And my message to you is to keep having faith. To be fair, again, balancing of the scales is what I see. I don't know to like what extent, right? But I see balancing the scales like a lot. So I just want you to know, so all that you're going through, it's going to lead to a positive outcome. And you know, you may not know why yet, but you will know, right? My message to you maybe is to write a message to your future self. And maybe, I don't know, just a message there. And then we have Observer with To Be Fair, and it has Fork in the Road. Be careful with your choices, right? I know that you don't see this ending soon or quickly or at all, right? It always ends, just so you know, but there is just this message here with the Fork in the Road that you're not that it may make you make a left turn when you should have made a right, and you don't you want to make sure that you keep yourself in alignment and know that everything's working out in the end. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like that for you, Aries. I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and comment and check out the rest of your chart, and take care. Bye.